Cookie Movies is new, so don't forget to like and subscribe. Forget Marvel and DC. The true heroes in the movies this summer are the real-life characters from Sound of Freedom.
How many pedophiles you got?
288.
How many kids you found?
Sound of Freedom is the extraordinary true story of Tim Ballard, who quit his job as a government agent to rescue children from sex trafficking in Central America. After years of putting convicted criminal pedophiles behind bars, Tim gets information that may lead to the rescue of one of the kids at the center of a sex trafficking ring. At first, the US government aids him in his undercover rescue mission. But once that mission goes beyond US jurisdiction and into Central America, Tim must quit his job and become a vigilante if he has any hopes of completing what he has started. With some new friends, Tim sets up missions to rescue children and arrest traffickers. But with each rescue comes more danger and new challenges to overcome. The opening scene of Sound of Freedom shows young Honduran children modeling for photos. Though there's nothing nefarious taking place on the surface, something about the scene makes me uncomfortable. A child, too young, applies deep red lipstick. An adult unbuttons the top button of a girl's blouse. And another child licks her lips. It's subtle, but it's unsettling. And it's establishing a world that one character describes as too ugly for polite conversation. It's a powerful introduction to the tone of the movie we're about to watch. Jim Caviezel shows a tough exterior as Tim Ballard, but as the story progresses, that callous facade fades away to reveal those gentle eyes that made him famous in roles like The Thin Red Line and Jesus in The Passion of the Christ. And by the end, he has two specific moments that elevate his performance to a coolness level on par with actors like Paul Newman and Denzel Washington.
Yo me amo Tim Ballard. Pero me puedes llamar Timoteo.
Timoteo.
Ese es mi nombre en español, ¿no?
Tiene tu nombre en él. Mi hermana me la dio. Tú rescatas niños, ¿verdad? Quizá puedas ayudarme a encontrarla.
Along with excellent performances all around, Sound of Freedom is beautiful in a haunting fashion. It's not images of spring flowers or sunsets. It's a view of the outside of a seedy hotel when a man closes the curtains to hide the horrors that are taking place inside. Or it's the silhouette of a man in a parking garage clenching a trinket that represents the journey he's about to undertake. Sound of Freedom is filled with horror, but it's also filled with hope. However, sensitive viewers beware. This film delves realistically into abhorrent scenarios that most people avoid thinking about. The reality of this story is its strength, and though there are a couple missions that the film didn't explain well enough for me to understand how on earth they could succeed, I'll rest in the fact that people like Tim Ballard are really out there, making the world a better place. Sound of Freedom was filmed 5 years ago and is just now being resurrected from Hollywood purgatory by Angel Studios. They've become notable for the success of their TV series, The Chosen, about the life of Jesus and his disciples. Though it may be rough for sensitive viewers, I think Sound of Silence is another excellent addition to Angel Studios' growing catalog. My wife is one of those sensitive viewers, and this destroyed her emotionally, but even she thinks every person should watch this film. And I agree, I do hope people see this in theaters when it opens on the 4th of July.